On July 1st, 1976, a 23-year-old woman named Anneliese Michel died in West Germany after undergoing 67 rituals over a 10-month period. Anneliese was raised in a deeply religious Roman Catholic household. She lived with her parents and three sisters and attended Mass multiple times a week. Nothing about her early life suggested what was coming. When Anneliese was 16, something really strange happened. She suddenly fainted at school and started walking around as if she were not fully awake. A year later, the same thing happened at home. Doctors later said she had temporary lobe epilepsy, and eventually they also said she was suffering from depression and psychosis. As she grew older, her illness got worse. She became very scared and started seeing the devil everywhere. She heard mean voices telling her terrible things and making her feel hopeless. At the same time, she began rejecting religious things, which was the complete opposite of how she had been raised. After years without improvement, Anneliese and her parents came to believe she wasn't sick but possessed. Her family didn't know what to do, so they asked the Catholic Church for help. At first, the church said no, but during this time, her behavior became very unusual. She hurt herself, stopped eating properly, crawled under tables, and spent long hours kneeling in prayer until her knees were damaged. Then, in 1975, a local bishop finally approved a religious ritual to drive out every spirit, but only on the condition that it stays secret. Two priests began performing the rituals. Over the next 10 months, Anneliese went through 1 or 2 rituals every week, some lasting up to 4 hours. In total, 67 rituals were recorded on audio tape. And honestly, the recordings are really disturbing. Her voice kept changing. Sometimes she would crawl and other times she would scream. The way she spoke was broken and twisted, and some of the words were barely even understandable. During this session, Anneliese said she was possessed by 6 demons. There's one line from the tape that stuck with people for decades. She said, "People are stupid as pigs. They think it is over after death. It goes on endlessly." By the summer of 1976, she barely ate at all, and then on July 1st, she died. Doctors said the cause was malnutrition and dehydration. She weighed just 66 pounds. Her parents and the two priests were arrested and put on trial. Medical experts explained that Anneliese wasn't possessed at all. Her symptoms were from untreated epilepsy, severe mental illness, and environmental that made her delirious or worse. The court said her death could have been prevented, and they were all found guilty of negligent homicide. Years later, the Catholic Church stepped back from the case, saying that Anneliese Michel was never officially recognized as possessed. What makes this story so haunting isn't whether the demons were real. It is that a young woman was suffering and everyone around her thought her suffering meant something else. And by the time anyone understood what was really happening, it was already too late.